call my name when the snow falls in the winter. Feel the magic, you can't explain it. A season to believe is here. Anything can happen, so have no doubt. It's that special time of year when you believe. In a room full of strangers, you just close your eyes, see a fireplace. You remember a moment of a Christmas day your mind can't erase. A season to believe is here. Anything can happen, so have no doubt. It's that special time of year. If you believe in love, there's so much joy in the air, and there's laughter everywhere. And this is not pretend, yes, it is here again. A season to believe is here. Season to believe. Anything can happen, so have no doubt. It's that special time of year. Season to believe. If you believe, ah, season to believe is here. Season to believe. Anything can happen, so have no doubt. It's that special time of year. Season to believe. If you believe, when you believe, a season to believe, a season to believe.
You got mail. You got mail.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting because he plays his games. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can tell the Slick is on the board to a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I can't believe that the week already has blown by.
Wednesday before Christmas. I like your new hat, by the way.
Yes, because Slick keeps calling me the Grinch, so I figured I honor that.
Cindy Lou Who in the Grinch.
I didn't know the name of that little girl was Cindy Lou Who.
Cindy Lou Who from Whoville.
From who, what?
Whoville.
Oh, Jesus.
She missed it.
We are here, we are here. Don't you ever watch, like, Whoville?
I don't, oh, there it is.
There's Flat Freddy.
Now, I wanted to bring up the point that there is a there is a new way, a new world order on how to do things. And we have the beautiful art behind us from Jay Harmon, who's in studio.
Oh my gosh.
But I just wanted to point out that things will never, ever go back to being the way they used to. We have
Correct.
turned the corner on that.
Correct.
And if you don't believe me, just look around you for the next 20 years and you see what's going on. But, you know, they have mistletoe. And the mistletoe, when they put mistletoe, you're supposed to kiss or hug or who knows, nowadays you sort of wave because of what's going on. So anyway, so I got this. I got this as a gift. And this came from Alana, who I call Taps. And it's a hot dog cart. So this is the new millennial. I'm going to hang this as the new mistletoe.
But what is it really?
It is socks.
They're pairs of socks. Aren't those awesome? There's ketchup and mustard socks, and then there's the bread socks.
I'm never wearing them.
You're going to keep it as your mistletoe?
I see exactly where I'm going to put it so that when people come into the studio, they can sort of high-five each other, do whatever they got to do.
He's going to hang it on the doorway, like mistletoe.
Because I love it. What do you mean why? They're not for me to wear. Do you know that I have things, wines, I have booze bottles, I have certain things. Not here at my house. I couldn't keep it here because you guys throw it away. There's a bottle of wine that I have from when Dawn and I did our very first show. And I've sealed that. And it stays away until the last day that we do the show. And then that's when I will open it. But it is put away. And this is one of those things that you get. I've never seen anything quite like this before in my life. And it reads to me, and I'm going to hang it. Now, the reason that I'm bringing up all this sentimental stuff is because Jay Harmon is in the house. And Jay Harmon has decided to undertake one of the hardest things he tells me.
Oh my gosh, I know,
that
right?
he's ever had to do because it doesn't stop, right?
Right.
It continues to go.
It's an ongoing thing.
So do you want to explain to people what Jay Harmon is doing?
Yes, happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We're doing a little bit of our Christmas cheer. We have got Alana, we got Bailey, we got Slick in the house, we've got Eileen Lemelman joining us. If it all starts with you doing a segment on that. And the two pieces behind us, Jay created, these are all done in pencil, in graphite colored pencil. We're going to get into all of that. The one behind Freddie has been Freddie's all-time favorite piece, Jay, I think that you've ever done. You know me and white horses, so this piece is just truly spectacular to me. And yes, they are for sale. So if anyone is interested in purchasing these pieces, they are for sale. Jay is working currently on a piece that we've been talking about probably for about 4 years called The First Breakfast. So instead of the Last Supper, we are having the first breakfast that brings a culmination of everyone that we know and love, that we've known for a long time, new time, short time, new friends, old friends, all part of our family. And he said, sure, I'll do it. But I guess you didn't realize the undertaking that this was going to be. Tell us what's going on with that.
Yeah, I started this, I thought, okay, you know, it was a thing where we were going to have people sitting around the table that are part of the program, and I thought, okay, maybe I will have 10, maybe 12 people would be a nice thing, and that would make a nice picture. Well, so far I'm up to 26 people in the picture, and they are all people who are related to in some way or another with this show. So you know, there's some are here, some are not here, some are in and out, back and forth, and but you know, we all know and love them all.
I cannot wait. We're going to unveil it next week, right?
Next Friday is when I'm planning.
All right, Christmas Eve day. We're going
On
to unveil
New
it.
Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, sorry. New Year's Eve day, next Friday. Wow.
And
Not
what
3
we're-
days, next Friday.
And what we're going to do is, one way or the other, I like to invite all 26 faces.
Okay.
Either
Virtually.
to show up or
Yep.
virtually or whatever. So that they, you know, if they were on there, they should be able to say, wow, take a look at this. Now, a lot of people fought us because they wanted to be in there. And you had to sort of figure out who to put where, why, and you themed it out. Like I think Wayne Henry is with wings or something. Steve-O and stuff is in there.
Well, Wayne is one that I put him on there. He's holding a calla lily. So, I tried to make it, I could have gone a lot of directions with this thing, but, I tried to make it as respectful, I guess, for everybody. I have people doing different things who represents them in the, in the whole picture. So it's a different kind of thing. I hope everybody will really will really enjoy it as much as I enjoyed putting it together.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see the unveiling of this piece. And we said in the Jewish religion, as things grow, you put a folding table at the end. So Jay, you can just put or the kids' table at the end, right? There's never enough seats.
Oh, we'll
but
be
there's
adding.
always room. We just
Yeah.
we extend it. You know how they fold paper and then we can pull out? We can
Yeah.
pull out the accordion paper for more.
That's
leaf in the
probably
table.
what will happen after I run out of room at the bottom and the top and the sides. I'll just extend it.
What-
Be a
Right,
triptych, yeah.
right?
We'll just.
Yeah, it could be triple,
What have you enjoyed the most about doing it?
Oh, it just how I would take each person and incorporate their face where, and how they would be reacting to each other in the picture. Some of them are definitely reacting to each other. Some are just looking ahead and smiling. Others are looking around, and I've got just different things like Kenny Love in a Big Heart, and just different things like that. Tracy is doing a yoga pose in the
Oh my
air,
gosh.
and it's just
Think how many people
How
have come
long have
and
you
gone.
been working on this?
over a year, I think.
Over a year.
Yeah, and it's been,
Not an
as
easy
more
thing.
people come in, I just added, I just added them in and got photos. Some people were hard to get them to sit down to get their picture so I could get a likeness of them. And some people, they will probably look at it and say, "Is that me?" I'm going to say, "Yeah, it's you." It just,
And then we
it
have
might-
the lone intern picture, the faceless intern, for those who will continue to come and go through our doors.
You made a faceless intern?
I think we talked about it. I don't know if we did or
I had
not.
talked about it. I don't really have one because every time I had a faceless intern, another intern would come in and I added them. So,
We have been through quite a few interns and producers, and it continues to grow, which is very nice.
Well, the other thing is everything in here has a story.
Mhm.
And this one is no different. And we ran into controversy about this because the first time we talked about this was when we were at the other place. So it's got to be at least 5 years ago, right? We've known you, 5 years?
about 4 or 5,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we ran into controversy about not doing it because a lot of people said that it was sacrilegious, lacrilegious, whatever it was. So we decided to sideswipe it and just move on to doing it. But I always thought that it was uniquely different. It's not the Last Supper, it's the First Breakfast. I thought it was different. And if you look at the works behind us,
They're amazing.
the one person that can actually capture this is this guy. Because there's never in my life ever seen anything like what he does and how he makes it come to life. So no matter how this thing ends up, the story will be.
Oh, it's going to be a story. Yeah.
And this is the best thing about what we do, about having Jay do it. Because this will always have a story. Everything in here has a story. There's a reason. Even we had the West Side Story track running.
Mhm.
Even that has a story. And there's a lot of things that Jay knows and a lot of things that Jay has been involved with as well. This is the guy who knows. And then the one sitting next to him
Thank you, Alana. It's money right over there.
is the
By
other
cranberry
one
juice.
who knows every question that we come up with.
Thank you.
So it's always interesting to see how this thing is going to develop and the futuristic story that it's going to take as well.
Mhm. This is chapter 1. I would say first breakfast chapter 1.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
And can we expand on the on what you put it on? Can it be overlaid to something bigger?
We can go any direction you want with it.
Yeah, because I have a feeling they came up with another idea today to get an elephant guitar A white one.
Not an elephant, but a big guitar, because we have so many.
Well, what do you want to call it?
A big guitar? You can call it an elephant guitar.
No, you need the biggest guitar you've ever seen.
Yesterday we had someone, and he sang with the Platters. Clarence Tate had sung with the Platters for 10 years. Mama Ali, people who come through our doors, Kendra Erica, and people that you want to have like pieces of them with you to sign. So I was thinking, what could we have that they could sign that we can hang up? So all I could think of was a guitar because it was pretty big. We'll come up with something. We'll come up with something, or a speaker, or a wall of fame.
We talked about, don't give it that idea, because no wall. But what about getting a big canvas like that
We talked about that
and
too.
maybe putting a guitar on it?
You do a lot of things.
Wow.
We can do a
And
lot
then
of
they
things.
say that I'm a little punchy.
You can do so many things. But Jay, it is always, as always, Barbara, thank you for bringing that delicious Christmas treat for us. I call
What
it,
do
it's
you
like,
call it?
I call it Christmas crack because it's like Hanukkah crack, matzah crack, but it's not made with matzah, it's made with crackers. But oh my gosh, it's going to be fantastic with some butter because we've got Torrye Wells joining us in a little bit. And I thank you, and Freddie and I thank you so much for everything that you've done. You support us always, and Barbara and the movies, and this first breakfast has been something that you've wanted to do for so long. So it's going to get unveiled next Friday
Next
on
Friday,
New
yep.
Year's Eve day.
So if you're on it, find your way to saying hello. I don't care if you call, I don't care if you mix in, I don't care if you show up. Find a way of coming to see this thing come to life, because it's been over a year in the making. So that's an accomplishment.
You can, we're going to have a face to a name, Freddie. Alana's going to make you a graphic chart. We're going to
Wow.
bring Judy Herman in
You're
for
not
you to
gonna ask
remember
me,
who
right?
it is. You met Judy Herman, the brain entertainer.
Yes.
She likes to play with Freddie's mind, so it'll be a whole lot of fun.
That wasn't very nice.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we've got Eileen Lemelman joining us of It All Starts With You. Going to do a segment on getting ready for the holidays and what's going on for next year. We've got Torrye Wells of Precious Treasures Gourmet Foods coming in. And then we've got a surprise guest for you. So
For
it all
me.
starts with you. So stay tuned. 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we will be right back. Yes.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Board game where players struggle to collect 270 electoral votes and win the White House. All while navigating through the challenges of a global pandemic, an international toilet paper shortage, the invasion of murder hornets, state of emergency lockdowns, and civil unrest, just to name a few. Roll the dice and see what fate awaits you. Purchase yours today. Available at 2020-thegame.com, Palm Beach Outlets, Amazon, and Walmart.com.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donut. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Once a professional musician, artist Steven Zwern uses his creativity through multimedia artistic expression. His compositions use acrylic paint to create 3D masterpieces. Steven's fascination with brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones entices the eye with color and dimension. For more information on the artwork of Stephen Zwirn, contact Stephen at 914-656-9060 or StephenZwirn.com.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Half price before Christmas?
This one should be a third price.
It was half price.
Should
So
be
was
less than
this
that.
before Christmas. We're all like half price already, and Christmas isn't even here. Getting ready for the holiday season and to wrap up the year. I can't think of anyone better to get us through our mindset than Eileen Lemelman, of host of It All Starts With You, is joining us for a special segment set today on a Wednesday instead of Friday. Friday, you're always welcome to come, but we wanted to do a little bit more of a set to say, you know what are we looking at going into this season? Last week, we were like, all right, everyone's going back to family gatherings, and what's it going to be like to get back into the family gathering? Now, are we going back to family gatherings? Now, are we being more vigilant? What are we doing with COVID? What's the anxiety level looking like for all of these things? Becomes a little bit overwhelming. No?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, here we are back to worrying, right? Here we are listening to all the experts saying, hey, we thought we were okay, but guess what? We have to be a little bit more vigilant, a little bit more mindful. You can visit with your family, but you have to be vaccinated, you have to be tested, you have to be, have a smaller group. I mean, all those things that we thought we were going to be beyond and not have to deal with. But like Freddie said, and he is absolutely right, everything has changed and nothing is the same, and don't expect to go back to the way things were. But does that mean that you still can't have a beautiful, meaningful, joyful holiday? You absolutely can. But you just have to change your mindset a little bit. It's not about, and I actually think that where we have to look at this time as we're being forced to take a look at things in a different way. Maybe it's not about buying presents, but it's about being present. Maybe it's not about giving things, but it's about giving love. Maybe it's not about, worrying, but it's about feeling grateful at what we do have and what we can have and what we're able to connect to in these times. Yes, things have changed. Things are not the way we were, and there are a lot of losses, but we're also being given a lot of blessings and a lot of time to look at what is really important in our life.
And how do we go about with that mindset?
So, listen, I think we can't think about the holidays without thinking about New Year's, right? And in the past, we've always thought about making resolutions. I'm not about resolutions. Resolutions are goals that usually cannot be sustained, cannot be maintained. And so we fall off, and then we feel like a failure by February 1st. I like to think of, and I'm going to put this out to you, and I want to give everyone an opportunity to change their mindset about the beginning of the new year. Let's drop the idea of resolutions, and let's think about setting intentions. Because intentions are little nuggets that we can have throughout the year. So it's about, my intentions are about being more present this year. My intentions are about finding joy in every single day. My intentions are about connecting with people, family, friends, important people in my life, maybe in a different way, but connecting with them as much as I can. So, how do you create intentions for the year? Well, one of the ways is being positive. And with my show, I always have an affirmation of the week, of the day. I encourage you, and you can look on Google. Look on Google and say, what is it that you want to affirm for this week? What is it, your mantra for this week? What is it that you want to be positive about this week? Maybe it's, I want to find joy in each and every day. Maybe it's, I want to, be more loving to my family. I don't know. Look and see what it is that you really want for this year, and set it as an affirmation, as a positive intention for your day, for your week, and for your year.
So let me ask you. You wake up in the morning, go, today I am going to be more patient, more present, more tolerant, and you're good. And then that first thing comes in, and you deal with that first little speed bump of your day, and then a second thing, and a third thing, and next thing you know, you're falling back on yesterday's feelings and not your morning resolution. How do we get back to that? Is there something we can think, say, I know Freddie would say snap a rubber band on your wrist to get back to that mindset?
Well, don't forget, a mindset and an intention is not a mandate. It's an awareness. It's about being aware. So if you're thinking about, I want to be more patient today. Well, it's not about beating yourself up because you maybe reacted in a way, or maybe you got angry, or maybe you got upset. But it's about, okay, what can I learn from what happened today? My mindset, my goal, my intention was to be more patient, but I did get reactive. Okay, what am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to be learning about the reaction? And of course, I always go back to the triangle, to the mindful triangle, which is thoughts, feelings, body sensations. So if you reacted to something and you weren't able to be patient, okay, ask yourself, where did I feel that in my body? What is the thought connected to that reaction? And what's the feeling? What can I learn from that? And we can still go back to the intention. I can still be really, really mindful about being patient. It's not about beating yourself up.
What if you realize you know what your trigger is, and you know what's going to trigger you? Like the conversation you and I were having before this said, how am I going to do something? And I'm like, I just can't. I know it's going to be a trigger. Triggers happen.
Right.
is there something, a mindset working with you, an affirmation to say, these are my reactions? People, everyone around you, they're not going to change.
Listen,
Those triggers won't change,
no.
right?
Triggers are little reminders, and triggers always mean that there's a wound. Always. A trigger equals a wound. What does a wound mean? It means something that was hurtful in your life, usually in childhood. I'm sorry to say. But does that mean that you have to live life in a triggered, upset, sad way? No. It means that we have to be more compassionate to ourselves. We have to be more aware of ourselves. We have to be more loving towards ourselves. Trigger equals woundings. And so we have to start really tending to that little girl inside, that little boy inside, that always is trying to maybe be approved of, that's always trying to maybe get get validation, that's always trying to be perfect. Okay, so now we know that. So now we have to be more compassionate and loving to ourselves.
To ourselves.
You know, it's funny because I'm listening to what the two of you are saying, and the one thing, because all week we've done production here, we've done it at the radio station, we've spoken to different people, and I traditions are one thing, but like if you don't have money to buy gifts, or you can't because of health see grandkids or whatever, all of a sudden people are breaking down and saying, I can't do things the way I used to do things. I believe that everybody should get a can of white paint this year and just white it all out, because everything that you are about to go through has changed. So you should love yourself, but you should have been doing this, in my case, 59 years. In yours, 50, 30, whatever it is. In his, everybody should have done that before we got to this stage, because all of a sudden, it's what you do today that has now become amplified of what you missed yesterday. So if you weren't doing this yesterday, today you're going to feel even more left out because you should have been doing it back then. And it does all start with you. And it plays in the middle with you, and it ends with you. Beginning, middle, and end.
But I don't, the should-haves are really dangerous.
Forget about should-haves. This is reality of life.
But you said I should have been doing that years ago.
Well, if you
But
come
you
to
know
the
what
realization that you
beauty is?
haven't,
That's right. The beauty is knowing it today. And what can I do today to create joy, to create happiness, to create love, to create, a positive kind of outlook. Yeah, we all don't just drop here.
I'm speaking for myself. I hold myself accountable, because the way I am today and the things that I am going through, which nobody knows in this room, what I'm going through emotionally. I don't have mom, I don't have dad, I don't have my brother. The things that I should have done better, and this is on me, I should have done better. I hold myself accountable, because all of a sudden I have a lot of people looking at how I am reacting to everything around me today. And I can't always tell you, then, I'm not Mr. Happy all the time. I'm not, because I hold myself to a higher bar. I hold myself to a higher bar, because at the end of the day, we have to strive to be better. You had yesterday, you should be better today. You have to strive. And I don't want to whitewash this and say, it's okay. It's not okay. Holy smokes.
Surprise.
Wow.
Do we have a
How are you?
surprise?
Look at that.
Is that a doll?
Look how beautiful she
My
is.
God. Talk about yesterday. Holy smoke. How you doing? Wow. Come, sit.
Oh my
Sit.
gosh,
Oh
she
my
is
goodness
so
gracious.
beautiful.
How old is she?
3 months yesterday.
Wow. Like I said, you should be nicer to yourself yesterday, because you're gonna have to be even more nicer tomorrow. And the way things are right now, It's heavy. It's heavier. Things have a heavier price to pay if you don't. And I've always said it. I always lead by example. I wouldn't ask you to do something that I wouldn't do or couldn't do, but you have to be accountable.
But isn't it beautiful that you have learned something so important? That it's not that you didn't do it, it's that now you're going to learn a lesson from it. And what counts is from this moment forward, from this moment, I am now going to learn from the past, and I'm going to use that as a way to move forward. Isn't it beautiful?
And look who walks in the door.
We're being distracted. Come on in here,
We're going to
little
take
one.
a commercial break because we have to say hello to this very, very special friend who has just come in with her beautiful baby. So we're going to take a commercial break and say hello. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Strong cup of coffee will keep you awake. Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open.
Constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker: he only uses pencil colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And just like that.
And look at
And just like that, here we go.
You're practicing to be a grandma.
This is beautiful Bryn. Bryn is the daughter of our very dear friend and family, Heather, that we've known, oh my gosh, since you and I first met, first started. And she is near and dear to our heart for so many reasons. And this is her beautiful little girl that she brought in to see us. 3 months old. Happy TV land to you, Bryn.
She's adorable. Yes, if you want to line her up for commercials and television, just contact her mother.
Just like Mommy.
She's adorable. Yes, I remember.
Remember that?
I remember we were at the pool table and that young lady over there touched my arm and sent me to the doctor. She said, you know, it's time to go. And she was 100% right. And my blood sugar was going through the roof. And she was able to do that by touching my arm. And I forever am indebted to you. And we did some other stuff with her in her business and things of that nature. And you know, and now that you have the new one and you have the new business in Fort Lauderdale, we're gonna have her remix in. She could give us a tour. Like, love to work with you and do whatever we can to do. You know, you always have a place here.
Always is place in our hearts. And in my lap too, huh? Oh my gosh.
So you saw your future daughter-in-law picking out her dress?
Yes, my future daughter-in-law, they FaceTimed me right as we were going on air. She is dress shopping, and because I'm not the groom and you're not the groom, you can see the potential. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe that actually brought a tear to my eye. Seeing you as well. I guess that's what Christmas is all about, right?
You get to practice, because I tell you, I see in about 2 years.
So it's just beautiful. That's what it's about. It's about experiences and family more than things.
That's right. It's never about the things, it's about the things you make happen, which is what we were talking about.
Right. And I just want to say that, you know, I don't usually like to give over the spotlight to anybody while I'm talking. But I have to say,
this one's worth it.
That one is totally, totally okay. She is so precious and delicious. Oh my goodness. I would give the spotlight up for her at any time.
I have to tell you, she is unbelievable. Heather, she is just amazing. What a beautiful little girl.
You know, if it was Rowan, it'd be screaming by now.
Well, she looks just like her daddy. But I love seeing all the pictures on Facebook. The good thing about social media is you get to see some really, really beautiful things. Jay, like your great-granddaughter, Aurora, right? It's just nothing more important than family. And as we get ready for family, we actually have Torrye Wells of Precious Treasures Gourmet Food is joining us.
Torrye.
The butter lady is on the set.
Is she
Isn't
on?
she? Talk about Precious. I think she is. There she is. Look, Torrye, look at this beautiful baby.
Oh my.
Are you waving to Torrye? You can wave to her. Say hi, Torrye.
Oh my gosh, she's a beauty.
We have not seen her mommy in a couple of years, way, way too long. You know, and it's all about the holidays and coming together and food and family. And I said to Freddie, I said, you know what? It's time to say hello to our old friends and family that we've missed so much. And time happens and we get away from time, not because we don't care. And it's, you got to take a step back and go, you know what? You have to really reevaluate what's important in life. And you, my friend, my beautiful little baby here, are you? We need to take another break?
No, I'm good.
You need water?
Well, you have some?
Yes. And there you have it. You sent some delicious butters.
Yes, I tried to send you all of our holiday flavors this season. I took you from Thanksgiving all the way to the end of the year, and I thought that would be a great package to send for you guys. Those were our holiday specials, and so I thought that I would give them to you again so that you could enjoy the last of them. They're going to be gone after the end of the year. They won't come back until next season, so I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, I sent Freddie Steakhouse.
He's going right for it. I hope you realize that's the steakhouse you might be going for.
Just in a steakhouse.
It's not? What is that?
Do you want me to tell you what's up?
What is this?
It's like I'm on A4.
What is this one?
So on one plate you have in front of you is the Steakhouse Cowboy, good for bread, pork, beef, fish, turkey, and pasta. Also on that plate is your traditional lemon herb, which is great also on some breads, meats, chicken, fish, rice, veggies, baked sweet potatoes, and pasta. That's a good classic. As well on that plate you have pumpkin pecan. That is one of their sweet butters, which is good on cornbreads, biscuits. Freddie's just going at it. So that's what you have on one plate.
The one you're eating that's making you tear.
Yes.
This is delicious.
Don't
So
worry, he has not changed.
the one that Freddie is diving right into and getting the heat is called Tuscan heat. It is good for bread, meats, fish, chicken, seafood, veggies, pastas, and soups. So Freddie is feeling the Tuscan heat right now. Also on that same plate, you have the bright, colorful one is your cranberry apricot. It's also a sweet butter, so that might help soothe your heat right now, Freddie. It is good on bread, waffles, biscuits, French toast, and pancakes. And to finish out what we're trying just for today, your last one on that plate is apple, onion, and Gruyere. It's a savory butter, and that is good on poultry, turkey, pork, breads, pastas, veggies, and potatoes. So.
Let's do a three-shot because Jay and Eileen are enjoying it also. Would you like some butter, Heather?
It's really good.
This tastes like pizza, I don't know.
It tastes like pizza. Which one, the steakhouse?
I guess, it's just like I'm,
Oh, nope. That should be the Tuscan heat one that Jay has.
Tuscan heat, is it spicy?
Uh-huh.
What, the yellow one?
Yep.
I
This
love
is,
that pumpkin one.
delicious.
Woo,
That's
was
one of
so-
my favorites, Eileen.
Ooh, it's like, holiday on a piece of bread. That was delicious. I loved it.
Yeah, and can you imagine that, like butternut squash and sweet potatoes and things
Ow.
like that?
Being
Oh,
grandma.
so good.
Oh, yes. And those are my two favorite things, butternut squash and sweet potatoes. So that would be delicious on it.
Yes, on those veggies, that butter is so good. It just wakes it up, you know. It gives it life.
What do you recommend putting on? I guess this was like a lemon something or other. Lemon herb. I guess fish or chicken.
I guess both.
Savory butter, right? And it is, because I already make the maitre d' herb, right?
I
And
can't
and
hear
it
her.
goes with, it's on the label on the maitre d' herb. I didn't send it this time because I sent the lemon herb, but the maitre d' herb, it is the butter of all butters. I tell people that right on the label. Try me on absolutely everything because I go well with everything. like the second runner up if you want things to taste lemony, which I know a lot of people like poultry to have that lemon and citrus taste. And of course, you can always try it on pork and on fish. I love it on salmon. I think it's a good holiday, butter. And you can use it besides the holidays. Like lemon herb is not going to go away. It's one of the staples, because you can try it with so many different
Oh,
foods.
yes.
But I like that I brung it back for the holiday because it just allowed me to say, hey, I can get that citrus on my pork. I can get it on
You
my
ate all that
chicken,
butter?
on my turkey, on
Yes.
my Cornish hens. Think about,
What's this one?
all the things you can add that lemon herb to.
Mm-hmm.
It just, people
Is
always
this
ask me,
lemon
what
herb?
do you try the butters on? And I'm going, whatever you eat food, whatever foods take butter, try these butters on those food
I'm
items.
wondering if people are, going towards like salmon or shrimp or something like that for the holidays rather than, meats. And I would love to see that lemon butter on salmon or shrimp. That would be so yummy.
I like the so
That's the
for
lemon?
Thanksgiving we do traditional, right? And then Christmas we kind of slim it down because we don't do turkey, we do like a ham or something instead. But for New Year's we do seafood. And so that is great. Your lobster
Yes.
tails, your scallops, your salmon, your tilapia, all those fun, your halibut and grouper. Oh, that lemon herb is good on seafood. It's a great combination of taste flavors, coming together.
I
Can you try
love
this
it.
one, Freddie?
So yummy. Oh,
Alana, what is the middle one?
Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. Happy holidays.
My plate.
you
Put it on the middle.
too.
Torrye, are you still doing vendor fairs and for people to buy them, or you're doing mostly online because you're so busy?
I can't really hear Dawn that well today, but I think she's asking me about my website. Is that what she's asking?
Slick, is my mic on? How are people getting your butter? Are you doing a vendor fairs?
Well, I went to the markets. We had our last market this past Saturday. It was okay. I think the market
That one's great.
slowed down a little bit because of the holidays, and I think people are looking for other things. However, it was still good. It was great. I love being out. You can catch me at the markets. You can go on my website at Precious Treasures Gourmet Foods. You can gourmetfoods.com because that's the website. You can reach me on Facebook and Instagram and figure out where I'm at. I let folks know so they can come out to the markets and see me. You can get a free taste testing. I love giving out the taste test. I think people enjoy being able to taste the butters before they buy the butters. So it's just been a nice, phenomenal run this season. And I am looking forward to 2022 being able to provide. We had an awesome Christmas holiday. I think I shipped out about 30 Christmas boxes for the holiday season. So that was phenomenal. We ship it next day air. You can go on the website, pick your flavors, and that's what I allow people to do. I didn't even give them like a specific, you can only have this, have this, have that. I just let them pick whatever they wanted for the holiday season, and it turned out very good. So I'm looking forward to 2022 and being able to provide you with some new butter flavors.
The pumpkin is amazing. They're all incredible. Jay, you have a favorite?
I'm having this seafood delight here.
My son made grilled cheese with the butter from the Thanksgiving box. He said it was the best grilled cheese ever.
Wonderful. You know my story about the grilled cheese. I went to a market and the lady says, "Oh, my husband, he doesn't eat sourdough bread. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that." And I was there for 3 days. On the second day when I returned, she goes, "You're not going to believe my husband had grilled cheese. He didn't want one of them. Oh, I don't eat sourdough bread. He had 4 of them."
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. It's so good. Eileen, you like it?
My goodness, I'm enjoying this so much. And I haven't been, really, enjoying butter lately, but this is special. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you, I'm just having a blast.
We got to get Slick to try some.
Butters today.
No, because he eats all of it.
People are often asking me, they have celiac disease and they can't have the breads, but they can have the butters. It's keto friendly, it's gluten free, all that good stuff. I don't use sugars in the butters. I only sweeten them with honey. So I love that part of them, and then all the fresh herbs and spices that I put in all the savory butters and spicy butters is good. The spicy butter, that Tuscan heat that Freddie's eating, is actually with sun-dried tomatoes. So it's got that little heat on there, but the sun-dried tomato that makes it Tuscan, I think it's phenomenal as well. I love it. It's really good.
Eating no, Torrye.
It's contagious.
He ate the entire plate
Yeah.
of butter.
Oh my!
All three.
Butter's supposed to go a long way, Freddie.
Luckily that she just gave us pieces of everything, so
small
we've
little
got
pieces.
got plenty.
But I'm gonna
to
tell you,
go.
there is plenty of heat in that. Oof, there's plenty of heat in that bad boy.
What is the best way for people? Can they still order for, not for Christmas, but we can still get
New
some
Year's.
orders in?
Yep, they can get orders in for New Year's. We have not cut that one off as of yet. We did cut Christmas off, though. We still have a few orders to get out. Our last shipment is going to happen on tomorrow, so folks can have it for Christmas. But the New Year's, if you want to order something, you feel free. Please reach me at PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com. There, the website, you can go right on there. You can order. It ships next day. Mail shouldn't be any problems since we'll be past the Christmas holiday and all you'll be looking for is something for the new year. It is, it's working well for that. So you shouldn't have any issues, and we look forward to serving you.
Oh my gosh. Give Torrye
Very
an
nice.
email. Check out the website, Precious Treasures Gourmet Food. Amazing to add to your, we've got some chicken wings. You can put some butter on your chicken wings.
Absolutely. You could put this thing
Are
in
you full?
anything.
You full?
No.
You still feeling the heat?
Ooh, that last one, I must have bitten into something hot, because I'm going to tell
Hey,
you.
we should send some home with Barbara also, so she can enjoy some of it. We'll send her a plate of some things to enjoy.
She'd love it, thank you.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Torrye, have a very, very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll bring you back on. Maybe we can do another segment either this week or next week. Let's keep it going and bring, it's all about family coming together and having a great holiday. It's the experiences of being present.
Thank you. That sounds good. You guys have a very Merry Christmas and a
You as
Happy
well.
New Year in case we don't get together. But I wish you guys the best success in 2022. I thank you so much for having me,
Makes it work.
and I appreciate you. Loving those.
Merry Christmas,
we
Merry
love
Christmas.
them. Thank you so much. We love watching you grow and doing what you do.
Thank you so much, Dawn.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
All right.
Christmas.
Now,
Great.
next year, we're going to be doing something spectacularly different with the butters and everything else.
What are we doing?
What the QVC thing we talked about. We're going to do that. We're going to take it on the
Big
road.
lots.
We have some, if this thing ever settles down, we have some exciting news to take on the road and take our shows with us on the road, take our artists with us on the road. We were built to do that. We've been waiting, 2 years in this place?
It's not been easy.
So let's see what happens. If things get a little bit better, we go in the right direction. You're going to start seeing some new elements, some new segments. I'm dying to do the QVC thing. I think it's going to be insane.
All right, you got to get up and say hello to these special people. Let's take a commercial break. Stay tuned. More with Eileen Lemelman and Jay Harmon. We come back. It all starts with you and our colored pencil artist. We'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Here at the Brooklyn Cafe, our subjects range from hot topics, feel-good stories, and back-in-the-day nostalgia. With guest personalities and business features, you just never know who you'll see on the show. With our brew crew on set, we always air live to inspire, educate, and create. Make it a date and have a day at the cafe. Join Dawn and Freddie every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. and for lunch every weekday from 12 to 2. Amplify your voice. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at brooklyncafe.tv.
With enough butter, anything is good. Torrye Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com because at Precious Treasures, Torrye is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Musical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Want to ring the bell?
Not too loud.
Guess who's texting me?
Who's texting you?
Her super twin.
Oh.
Yes. Honest to God.
How's he doing?
How are you guys? We'd love to see you. When are you free? Oh, I just have to send him a picture of you because I told you, Freddie, this is what it's about. Right?
Absolutely.
All right, we are back and we are talking to Eileen Lemelman and we've got Jay Harmon. And Jay, everyone's talking about the piece behind Freddie. What was your inspiration behind this piece?
I wanted to create something that people could look at and really empathize with it. That just because someone is to that age extreme doesn't mean that they haven't had a wonderful life, that they've had a lot of experiences. And I tried to show in that picture all the experiences that she has gone through in her life. Each line represents something, but the name of the picture is The Eyes of Age. And it's, I tried to make her eyes still bright, like they were still alive, like it was the liveliest part of her face, that it has expression like that, and that she was still able to see through all the experiences that she's had, and express that way what her life has been.
It's funny because we were talking between commercials about Keep America Beautiful was a commercial that played in the 70s in New York. And this reminded me of the face of the Indian that cries at the end because he sees all the pollution and all that. Powerful message. And you know, National Geographic also did something with eyes. They placed that lady. And then they went all over the world for 28 years to try to find her, or 38 years, whatever it was. And they found her. That picture was taken and submitted. Nobody knew who she was. You know
The Afghan lady with the blue eyes?
with the blue eyes. And they found her, and she actually is alive. And
They actually had to take her out because her life had been threatened recently within the past couple of weeks.
Oh,
So
really?
they had to take her out of Afghanistan, yeah. A special arrangement with another country, and she had been threatened, so they have moved her.
they had to move her because they blew it up as to who
Yeah.
she was and everything else, and it became a detriment.
Did they have pictures of what she looks like now?
They didn't. I just saw the story that she was, when everything got crazy last month, and you know, when we pulled our troops out, and she had been threatened.
Because
So
those piercing blue eyes that she had.
Well,
that
the
was
interview that
Yeah.
I read, going back before that, they just took a picture of her eyes. And that's how they wrote about that they have found her. Maybe that was I always wondered what was going on, but I guess she was in Afghanistan, and things got a little hairy for her. So
you know, Heather comes in and loves that piece. And the horse behind me. I mean, so many things. Jay, your artwork is just always so spectacular. And I know you do.
Thank you.
You do portraits, you do pet portraits, you do baby portraits, and
family portraits, pet portraits, anything that, you know, I mean, I've worked in graphite pencil, I've working in color pencil, and I've started even doing portraits in Sharpies now. So,
do you think art, as well as psychiatry, sociology, or brain waves, people have changed in the delivery of what they're trying to express?
I think through everything that's been going on, I know my artwork has gone through an entire evolution during the last couple years, because I know during the pandemic and everything, my artwork became rather dark, and it was something emotional that I was trying to convey through that. And now that we started to come out of the pandemic, as it were, things are getting a little bit lighter, so I've tried to change my focus a little bit, and I think artists do that. I think it's a good thing to keep up with the trends of the times and to focus on what's really important.
And Eileen, in entertainment, you have your show that you do on Friday. Do you think doing interviews and doing the things that you do now, have people changed? Are they more adaptable to change, or are they still going to be traditionally the way they've been, like people that you've interviewed on your show?
Well, I mean, you know, first and foremost, I think that we are all influenced and by the world around us. And so we're all changing and adapting. My show is about women in transformation, women who are transitioning and transforming and being able to adapt to what, you know, usually we change because we have to change. We're being forced to change. But one thing that happens as we age, we have to become adaptable. We have to become resilient. We have to become strong. We have to really, really, change, not because necessarily we want to, but because of our age, because we've experienced so much. I look at that picture, and that's exactly what my show is all about, which is each of those lines represents an experience. Each of those lines represents both struggle and joy. Because, we get lines on our face when we smile, and we get lines on our face when we are in pain. And I look at that and I think, wow, that's exactly what my perfect avatar is for my show, which is somebody that is just, experiencing all that life had to offer, all that life experience, the experiences that we've had. I love that picture.
Thank
And, gosh, I would, that would be such a great kind of, signature for my show, because I think it represents everything. In this society, we don't revere the elderly like they do in other societies, like in the Asian society, for example. And so, people, as they age, become more and more invisible. And yet, you're showing us, no, this is beautiful. Everything that we go through in life is beautiful. And it's represented on that face. I love it.
Thank you.
I think this
Thank
was
you.
a great merging of you and me today, and both of our messages.
And that's what it's all about. Jordana Forster does the same thing. She brings in a backdrop, and she dresses herself to her backdrop like she did yesterday. And she comes with a word of the day, was present and treating yourself well and everything else. It's really interesting how things have changed because we're more of a visual society right now. And everybody is taking a look at what's going on around us, and good, bad, or indifferent. You have to tip your hat and say, that's exactly what's going on. That you do it for women is the part that I like, because I think that the leadership of women taking over and feeling that they can accomplish outdoes what guys have been doing, in as much as we've tried and we failed. And I think that it isn't even about even up the scores anymore. It's about getting better.
Well, it's about equality, and it's about having a voice, and it's about, as much as we wanted to change in my generation, we were like at the tail end of the women's lib movement, and we wanted to change as much as we thought we were changing. Many of women my age really still were homemakers, still were at home, stay-at-home moms. And, and then they raised their children, and then they said, okay, now what? And so, which is very different than like millennials or the 20 and 30 somethings, which they're coming into this world saying, no, I'm not putting anything on hold. I'm going to be what I want to be, how I want to be, and life will be around me. I won't be around life. And so it's very different the way, the generations are approaching, and women are getting more and more powerful, only because we're trying to be equal. We're not trying to be more than, we're just trying to be equal.
I just, in my opinion, we find they're just trying to be who they are. You don't want to be somebody else, man, woman, whatever gender it is. You just want to step into your power of who you are and who you knew you were, and everyone told you couldn't be, because you were either being a daughter, a sister, a mother, an aunt, whatever it is, a grandma, and those are all things, but in your heart, there's more. So you've got more to say, more to share. And it's all those other noises around that have told you for all the years of your life, maybe from childhood and those wounds, saying, no, you can't. Exactly. You shouldn't. Ladies do this. You shouldn't speak at dinner. Whatever everyone's story is, there's a story.
Yes.
And those wounds, you don't realize they're wounds until you get those triggers. And then at some point you just have to release it and say, there's nothing I can do. I either have to release it or I'm going to hold on to these old wounds and these bad feelings. And that's, I think, the transition people are coming to. I think that people were coming out of it until this new wave just hit again. And now it makes you rethink. And I told you reading that book or seeing the movie yesterday and talking about things, I said, you know what, we got to where we are through a lot of love and support of our friends and family. So I said, you know what, I'm going to reach out to every single person I can think of right now. And we haven't seen her in years, and she says, I'm free today, can I come by? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. But that's what's important, and it's not that we lose track, we just lose track. And not that we don't care, and I think a lot of people, that's why we did the movie night on Saturday night. It wasn't about buying people another bottle of something. It was about the experience of bringing everyone together that we felt was really important in that extension of an invitation.
And bringing your own experiences.
Right.
You know, it's really funny because the best teacher is yourself. And if you actually listen to your own answers and you sort of fill out the guides that you feel you're comfortable with, things have a tendency of working out. But I love the fact that things have changed and that we're beginning to accept that change. And we had this conversation again, you know, not to bring up her name again because she's not here, but Jordana. And we talked about change in the new norm. And here it goes. And it's funny because in the past, my mother used to say to me, all good things are made for men, but all good ideas come from women. And I saw how my mother and father built a business from nothing with $1.25 in their pocket to almost $750,000 when Dad retired. I was shocked. I was at NYU. I could not believe everything that they had done.
Wow.
And he was the first one to say, I do the labor, but she does the brains. And if you look at history, history hides women's accomplishments. And if you look at it deeply, we went to space because of women. If you see that movie, it's there.
Hidden Figures, right?
If you look at banking, if you look at a lot of ideas, it comes from women's ideas. So this whole thing about women catching up, I think it's exposing truth. You know how all of a sudden everybody has a phone with a camera? You can't do nothing wrong because they're going to get you. And if you're stupid enough to do it, try it and see what happens. I think that the camera now is on women doing what they always did. And men having to step back and say, you know something, it's time to give credit what credit is due.
You know, you're talking also about being models, right? And, you know, I have to say something today, please, if I may, because that picture, our discussion, being role models, having, you know, being leaders as women, I really would like to just give a little tribute to my mother today, whose birthday is today. She would have been 94 years old today.
There you go.
And, you know, she was this 50s mom who, you know, was a stay-at-home mom, raised 5 children.
Wow.
And yet there was such an elegance and such a humbleness and such a grace about her, and she was an amazing leader. We can't forget that, you know, the women that in our lives very often are the quiet leaders, and so we have to really just notice that also. But today we don't want to be quiet anymore. We want to have a voice and we want to roar, you know? So.
And that makes all of us better. So there's nothing wrong with that. It isn't about, you know, women shouldn't be driving until recently in Saudi Arabia. Most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And I've got to tell you something. If you're in an accident, there's only a woman to drive you to the hospital, I guarantee you that any male would say, abso-freaking-lutely, let's go. You know, because it's about, let's be practical, let's be real, and let's be now. And it doesn't matter, man, woman, whatever it is, because everybody is equal. Everybody puts on the pants the same way, and just go at it. And, you know, that's what I like about what I'm seeing change. People are opening up to change. It's about damn time.
Absolutely. Step into your power. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more with Eileen Lemelman. Let's talk about what's going on for the new year, leveling up your business, leveling up yourself. see whatever wants to get going, men and women. Jay's working on our piece. We're going to reveal it next Friday. So stay tuned. Quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
To Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
AMP2 TV and WWNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for over 10 years. They have been working around the clock nonstop to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You got mail. You got
Like that butter.
mail. You got mail. You got mail.
I swear to God, where'd you get that?
You got mail. You got mail.
It doesn't sound like that.
It's custom for you. You've got mail, Santa Claus.
Okay, what in the world? Oh, look at that. Oh, look what we have in
What
the
do we
box.
have?
We meant to talk about this.
Oh.
Gubba Nips.
How perfect is that? Because I just happen to have a whole bottle of eggnog and coquito right here with me.
Look at this, and it comes with Gubba Prize.
How you like that? We had him on the show yesterday. This just came to us, special delivery from our coquito man.
Yes, it's full of Gubba.
It's full of Gubba. You want to try some? We said we were going to make some eggnog today, but he had the coquito with us.
You had me trying Gubba and bread and butter, and holy smokes.
You never know what you got going on.
What is
You got mail. You got mail.
You got more mail? You got more mail?
No, he says that because he's a nut.
This comes a special coquito. We had Steve Gubb on the line, and we're going to be doing our special Gubba rum. You have a little tasting? Our special Gubba rum drink of the week on Friday.
What tasting? What are you talking about?
Eileen, you were here Friday. I had
Yes.
requests to make another one.
Oh boy, I gotta
Did you
tell
like it?
you, that was the best drink. I mean, I love Steve. I love Steve Gubb, but he doesn't always make the best drinks.
The best drinks.
Oh, you like my drink?
You remember
Your
the day
drink.
he was here? And he went crazy. He was throwing bottles around. He thought he was like that movie. He's swinging bottles.
He was like, what was that movie with Tom Cruise?
With Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
Cocktail.
Wasn't it?
No, I don't think it
Yeah,
was.
it was.
Cocktail? Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was cocktail.
Yeah,
All
and
right, so here's a little bit
but
of
I
this.
got to tell you, Dawn, you ever need another kind of career?
You're going to bartending?
You could be a bartender.
I just make things up myself. You know, what could be bad with Gubba Gold Vanilla, a little bit of chocolate liqueur and coffee? It's a win-win-win.
My
You gotta try
favorites.
this.
Chocolate and coffee.
Win-win-win.
Love it.
What are your plans for the holiday? How are you going to embrace this situation?
Well, I'm a little Jewish girl, so I don't celebrate Christmas. But I love Christmas because it's a time when everything stops and there's nothing open. So we have to do something together.
Right.
And so we always have gotten together as a family, just a time to, sit and chill. Of course, watch my favorite Christmas movie of all time, It's a Wonderful Life. Cry every single time I see it. Every single time, without fail, I cry at the end. And I love that movie. Do you know it?
Sure, who doesn't know?
Of course.
Okay. All right, nobody's saying anything.
Well, I thought I was waiting for the next line. I was waiting for you to tell us about what you love so much about it.
Yeah, I was going to ask her, why do you love that movie so much?
Oh, why do I love it? Because, he realizes at the end of the movie that he matters, that he's touched so many lives, that he didn't know if his life was valuable or not. And guess what? He touched so many people, and so many people came through for him. And, that's really this whole life. This is what this whole life is all about. How can we touch each other? How can we be loving to each other? And how can we tell other people that you matter? That's the whole key to life. Touching lives, being touched, and knowing that you matter. Right?
And that's what it's all about. You know how simple it is to let people know they matter right now with a text?
I know.
If you can't pick up the phone for whatever reason you're busy, just a text.
Just text.
Just hello, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
That
And
could
it
be an
just speaks
intention. Remember I talked about
volumes.
intentions earlier today? The intention to connect to one person that you haven't connected to every day.
She's loving you, Eileen. She's like, oh, this is my intention. I ate, I'm going to sleep.
I get that a lot. Dogs and babies love my voice.
And clients. I mean, because people don't realize
I
what you
know.
do. So why don't you tell people what you do on your day job besides it all starts with you?
So I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I help people with all the things that I talk about on the show, which is anxiety, depression, grief, sadness, how to be more, connected to self, how to find more joy in your life. I give people many, many tools to help themselves. I like to call it a toolkit. And in the new year, I'm creating my own toolkit, which is going to include a mug. It all starts with you, but it's also going to be included in that contentment kit is going to be affirmation cards. It's going to be crystals. It's going to be a warm kind of snuggly thing so that when you meditate, you have that. It's going to be some downloads of meditations. It's going to be a whole host of things, a candle that will be in the contentment kit, and you can get that for yourself. I really want people to create their own toolkit so that they can be happier and joyful and less anxious and more present in their life.
Being present, realizing what's really important in life.
Yeah. And my new thing also for the new year, is last year was about transformation. This year it's about repurpose your purpose. And that's my new slogan for next year.
I like it.
We're going to repurpose your purpose.
So let's ask Jay, as an artist, if you and you do this all the time, repurpose your purpose.
Right.
What are you looking to do as we go forward?
As I go forward, I guess because I'm an optimist, and I like to think that things are getting better and will get better. And I like to, because I have a lot of, I guess, faith that God is in charge and He knows what's going on and that He isn't going to let us suffer. And I just think that things to go on ahead, I just want to look at things like something new is coming, something new and good and exciting is going to be coming, and I want to be a part of that.
I love that feeling. Yeah. You're going to repurpose your purpose for next year?
I repurpose my purpose every day.
I know you do.
Because I never wake up knowing what I'm going to do. It must be frustrating for Linda because she asks me every morning, so what's on your agenda? And I say, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what I'm walking into. Whatever is there is what I work with. Wherever I want to go, I go do, You
got to do what you do, but I look around your set. I work with you every day, and I see this set, and I think about what it must be like for people to walk in for the first time and embrace your whole situation over here.
They create my situation. I have trinkets.
Heather's like, it's
You like to
I
be
got
surrounded
toys.
by things.
He feels like he's in a womb over there. A you version of that. You gotta love her.
That's what this crazy one does. I have all sorts of stuff. Did you see my new toy?
That's
that
his
this
new
one gave
mistletoe.
me? This is my new mistletoe. They're socks. But you wouldn't know it, right?
No, it looks like a hot dog.
It does. And that's, for some reason, my son, since we started, was always about the hot dog.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you should see my shirts. I got shirts with hot dogs on them. So I don't know what I'm coming into. I didn't expect to have this. Now I'm going to hang this like the new mistletoe. This is the new way of doing things. People used to see mistletoe, right? They used to say, oh, now it's going to be hot dogs.
Every time you see a hot dog, you got to kiss somebody?
Or give them a high five. Or the
Something
Chinese
appropriate.
foot thing that they do now because nobody wants to touch anybody. Whatever it is. But it's about doing things a different way. Not doing them wrong, not hurting anybody.
Repurpose
but doing
your
it a
purpose.
different- That's right. You repurpose the purpose. Repurpose the purpose.
That's what her new going forward, her hashtag is. Repurpose your purpose.
And it's funny because even though sometimes something doesn't work out, doesn't mean it's wrong. It just ain't time for that piece. Sometimes you'd be surprised. Like if you go to the back over here,
Don't do
there's
that.
all sorts
No.
of old equipment until they came along to decide to clean up the stuff. But I had a vision of what I wanted to do with the back. Now they've stopped me because they can't take all of the old machinery that made all of this happen. You know, when I started this, you were there. We had a camera, a little cam, and the encoder, right? Before that, it was just a computer and a cam, and laughs. People were laughing at me. People says nobody watches radio, and we went to iHeart, and we went to Beasley, and I've been in New York, I've been in Philly, I've been in everywhere, and all of a sudden, if you look around, it's what we do every day to communicate, right? You guys call it Zoom. I call it, I've been doing this for 12 years. Zoom to me makes me laugh.
You want to repurpose your purpose?
Well, I've been telling people this is the future of our communication.
Yeah.
Whether it's children's shows, Miss America pageant. You know, we're fortunate to have the Miss St. Pierre, who will one day be
Miss Florida, Miss America.
Miss America. You put your money on that.
By the way, you called that. I must say, you called Miss Alaska was going to win Miss America.
I told you guys.
You did.
It's the first time ever. It's celebrating 100 years of Miss America, and it's the first time Miss Alaska has won.
How'd you know? What about her? Did you just have this good gut instinct about her?
I watched the preliminary events, which they did 2 days competing prior, where they do their initiative pitch. They talk about what they would do with the job of Miss America, how they're going to use their time throughout their year. And she just gave you girl next door vibes. When you listened and watched her, it was someone that wasn't, you know, when you look at celebrities, sometimes they feel like not attainable or, you know, not able to communicate with them. She was very approachable. She was real, relatable. She answered her final onstage question talking about how she has ADHD, and she was just very real. She's not perfect. She has a brother with special needs, and so a lot of her work and her mission revolves around the Special Olympics. So I think she's a special young lady. She goes to Arizona State University, but she's from Alaska, so she is now going to be traveling the next year, doing the job of Miss America and serving and partnering with different brands and companies, and
she's
pretty
do
cool.
very well. I thought it was either her or Miss New York.
Yes, Miss New York was also one of my favorites. I actually was chatting with her last night. Yeah, she's very cool, very quirky, funny, and edgy.
Very aggressive.
If they were looking for a Miss CEO, she was definitely the way to go, but I think they went with the more warm and fuzzy girl, Miss Alaska. And we're proud of Miss Florida. She came in top 10 and was a finalist for the Equity and Justice Scholarship, and a social initiative finalist as well.
I wanted
for her
Miss New York
platform.
to win because I wanted a spicy tomato.
Miss New York's won lots of times.
She was spicy, that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. She would tell you
You
real
heard her
quick.
monologue, right?
She would tell you real quick where it's at. You want a spokesperson to say, you know, women's equality and everything else? I thought she was the perfect.
Well, her talent, she did win talent during one night of prelims, and I'll have to play it for Miss Eileen after the show today. But the talent winner for one of the nights was her, and she did an original spoken poetry piece. So talent has definitely changed over the last 100 years of Miss America. I know that I'm a dancer, but talents come in all different shapes and forms on the stage today. And her poem piece was entitled "Sit Like a Lady." And it was all about women empowerment and equality at the table. So it was one of my favorites to watch.
I was pulling for her, but when Alaska won, I said, son of a gun.
She knew.
Did it again.
She knew. You know what they're looking for. And you've got your competition coming up next month.
I'm looking to compete at Miss South Florida Fair in January. The winner of Miss South Florida Fair gets a $5,000 scholarship and is your entry to compete at Miss Florida, which is a job of an opportunity of a lifetime, I think.
And then when you win that, where do you go?
If I win that, I then will end up at Miss
Not
America.
if, when. When you win that.
When I get, you're right. Miss Eileen is sounding like my mom and stepdad at home to do positive affirmation talks, to speak in as if you have the job. When, not if.
Do you hold the title for a year as Miss Florida?
Yes. So when you do a local, state, or national level, you hold it for a year. This past year, because of COVID, because of the crazy wild year we've had, it's the first time that on all levels across the floor, all title holders held their position for 2 years. So that was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And it was one of the first times that there was not a Miss America competition since World War II. that it didn't happen that year, but typically 1 year from when you are crowned. So if I compete at Miss South Florida Fair, I would be Miss South Florida Fair 2022.
And 3.
And then if I won Miss Florida, I would be Miss Florida 2023, is how that would work.
You know, it's really funny because I never followed
Beauty pageants?
beauty pageants. I just look at the bathing suits. Other than that, I wasn't watching. But
Thank you, Slick.
he's only saying that because he did too. But you look at how this thing happens, and when they interview the women and the things that they say, and they're looking for that well-rounded, versed individual. And Alana's been with us, what?
6 months,
6 months, 5 months?
About.
And she does her own show on Thursday nights called Taps, which focuses on children and special artistic stuff that they do and expression and everything else. And then she also is a spokesperson. She's an interviewer on a show on Monday nights. And I gave her the hardest assignment because it's about male and female hair transplants. The doctor's a medical piece, which is not an easy thing, and she'll be the first one to tell you to make come alive. But if you look at where she was and where she is, now she was in an interview on our show.
About almost over a year ago, actually.
You did your first interview with us from your patio.
From my
With your
patio.
crown on.
Yep,
As
during
in
the
St.
pandemic.
Petersburg, right?
And
Crafts
it
at
had to
home.
be perfect.
Yeah.
And I said to Dawn, we got to bring this kid in because I see something going on here, and you never know what happens. But ever since we've learned who she is and the things that she does, she makes people around her better.
True.
And these pageants now, I mean, me watching Miss Alaska win,
You look at it differently now, right?
everything's changed. The whole thing, the whole meaning of what it does, of what they bring, or where they want to go, all of that has changed. And it's a phenomenal book that's being written. So when you win these things, you're going to have a whole bunch of people in here says, wow, I knew her when. And that's the magic that happens, you know? I knew her when. And there's the magic. And all of this stuff happens. I knew him when. And I've known you when. And I've known Slick when. And in my life, it is a book that is being written and we read every day. That's what makes this year special for me. You know, I lost mom and dad. I don't have them anymore with me. But this is what replaces that. So when you win and we sit down and I told you so, I'm going to see what you're going to say. Because it's going to happen. I see it happening, and it's going to happen very quickly. You know, somebody in here kept me waiting 4 years to do a show, to contribute. I would have been way ahead of the game if somebody in here had joined me 4 years earlier. Right? 4 years earlier.
4 years.
And here we go. So everything has changed. Old is new, new is old. Repurpose your purpose.
I'm just looking at all of your things on your table.
There's not a lot of things. There's a hat. There's for
And a
pictures.
hat and some things.
I got
and-
mail.
Hey, Freddie, is that indicative of your house? Like, do you have a lot of things in your house?
When you grew up, did you have a playhouse?
No.
You never had a playhouse? You ever seen and it has the walls missing and then they have the furniture and all that?
Dollhouse.
The dollhouse.
The dollhouse? You ever had a dollhouse?
No, I didn't.
You did not.
I did not have a dollhouse.
My house.
Didn't you feel bad for me?
My kids will tell you I created, what is it you guys, Orlando, right? Amusement park? I had I put an amusement park in my house. I had every game you can think of, pool tables, pools, hot tub, I had everything. Why? Because I wanted my kids to bring their friends to my house. Because I didn't want to lose my kids to the streets. See, I know. See, West Side Story did teach me a lesson. And you always have to be aware and you think you know your kids, you don't. You always have to be aware. So I love that. Indication in my house is there are games to play. There's Parcheesi on one side of the house. There's always card games. The kids used to drive crazy when they used to come over. We play every game in the world. Because you only live life once. And you better take advantage of the fact that this is your life. And you better have fun with it.
No, wait. It all starts with you?
That's right.
It does. It all starts with you.
It all starts with you. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this Wednesday before Christmas. I feel like it's Thanksgiving all over again. What are you grateful for?
Subconscious here.
Why? It's all
'Cause
about.
I gotta move stuff around.
Don't even bother or worry about that.
No, because it looks messy. You're saying.
We're going to take a quick break, Slick. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
With enough butter, anything is good. Torrye Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Torrye is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Hi friends, join Kids and Capes with Bree
and Allie as we find out about kids we know giving back and making a difference all around us.
Friendship, bullying, and all things kids really want to talk about. Even topics you might be a little scared to share with your parents.
We will keep you up to date with the news kids really want to know.
And we will always give tips on how to make our world a little bit brighter.
Now on with the show.
Always remember, peace,
love, and kindness.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Hi friends, join Kids and Capes with Bree
and Allie as we find out about kids we know giving back and making a difference all around us.
Friendship, bullying, and all things kids really want to talk about. Even topics you might be a little scared to share with your parents.
We will keep you up to date with the news kids really want to know.
And we will always give tips on how to make our world a little bit brighter.
Now on with the show.
Always remember, peace,
love, and kindness.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donuts. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
You don't get up. You don't say
You
much.
got
What's it
mail.
like in your brain?
You got mail.
Would you stop it with the
You got mail again.
I know. It's the same mail. I don't got mail. Don't listen to him.
Wow, what a day is all I can say.
I have people writing in, kids for pictures and babies, and it's just nonstop.
What did I told you today was Flat Freddy. What a day. This morning we had our morning show. I told you today was going to be a spectacular day. And sure enough, it's all about experiences and being present and friends, old-time friends, new family. I just got a great FaceTime call. She said yes to the dress, and we all got to see it. Aaron, so sorry you cannot see it yet. He must be home with her father. Aaron's working is what Aaron's doing, and she's out buying a wedding dress. So
Aaron, I took a picture of it, Aaron. How much does it mean to you?
Aaron is working, so really great. It has been so amazing to see you, Heather and Bryn. Oh my gosh, she's spectacular. Thank you for bringing her so we can see her on this Christmas week. And Eileen, thank you for all you do and your support, and it's only going to get better. Don't worry about all those texting things. Repurpose your purpose, and what you have to say needs to be heard.
Yes.
And Jay, what can we say? Your work speaks for itself, and again, you do it with this beautiful baby. And when I kept saying, why'd you draw a baby? And here she sits. So really amazing.
Thank you, and I just want to remind people you still have a week and a half on the blowout sale here. So
Yes.
I still have artwork that I would like to replace some of the artwork with new artwork, but please, consider purchasing some of it. With everything you get another one the same size, half price.
Buy one, get one 50% off.
So
It's a beautiful opportunity to get some beautiful artwork. We've got these large ones. He's got smaller ones, commission pieces. Come on to the studio. If you want to commemorate COVID, he's got those pieces as well that will definitely be collector's items. And then all the masks and the pop art that he's done and the celebrities. So many great things. Buy one, get one 50% off.
And if you want something specific, he can do that for you too.
Thank you all so much. Slick, thank you for running board. Alana, thank you for all you do. Torrye Wells, Precious Treasures, Gourmet Food. Was there a winner on the butter, guys? Anyone have a favorite? I know you like them all.
No.
Pumpkin and
Which
the
was
lemon
the
herb.
middle
Pumpkin
one
and
that I
herb
had?
were my favorites. Yeah.
Was that what I
Pumpkin and
had?
the herb?
Which one?
The one in the middle.
Tuscan? No, you like the apple apricot.
No, that was the one to the right.
I don't know, they're all gone now. But
It
we've
was the
got
middle
more. So tune in tomorrow. We got a lot of new things happening. We've got some big news that we're announcing for the first of the year. We're going live on radio for our brunch show on Mondays and Wednesdays. So if you have a local restaurant or a local business that you want to be spotlighted live on WWNN, we can take care of that as well.
Yes.
Ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. 3 days till Christmas, and
Don't
we will
forget.
see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. How of sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly.